Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, so we are talking Turner syndrome. And this week, I want to start a little bit of a special, different series on the Turner syndrome videos. And that is talking about a lot of the different individual symptoms in their own video. I've done a lot going over the long list of symptoms that there is, and I want to go into each a little more individually, a little more in-depthly, and kind of talk about the different dynamics of each, because each can be very different. There's a lot of different nuances to each, and there's a lot of different ways of approaching each. So let's talk about that. The first one I want to talk about in the series is growth, short stature, and I also want to spend a little bit of time discussing the growth hormone treatments that there are and what you might think about when trying to decide for you personally if that's something that you want to do or not. I think that probably is geared more towards parents because that started pretty young, but I'll give my 2 cents. So one of the most common across the board, I do see a little bit of variance in this, but not as much as some of the other symptoms, is short stature. I myself am 4'11" and a half. I give myself that half an inch. I just want to claim that. So, the last time I checked, the average height for a Turner syndrome woman was about 4'8". So short stature is one of the most common symptoms that I ever hear about. It is something greatly associated with it. My personal story, I did not have growth hormones. So this part of it can get noticed as early as birth, being on the smaller side. Also, as you would normally be growing, having growth spurts, experiencing the fun times that is growing pains, this is where it gets really noticeable when that's not happening. When growth is delayed, slow, not progressing like it should. There's a height and weight chart that doctors go by that is kind of a little bit of a standard range, and they will chart you on that. There's also a Turner syndrome one for that shows the average for women with Turners or for girls with Turners. If you fall off the normal charts, that is the one they will start using, and that would be a major red flag to them that you are not progressing in height as you should on your own. So they will talk about some options. The biggest option, probably the only one that they look at, is human growth hormone, HGH. Growth hormone treatments are extremely common with Turners. It's one of the first things that gets discussed if you want to do that or not. And that is a personal choice that's made individually by everybody. Everybody's story is going to be different. Everybody's need is going to be different. I myself never fell off the normal charts and never had to take growth hormones. That's just my story. I did still end up pretty short. I'm not even technically exactly 5 feet, but I did pretty good on my own. I was short, but I was just on the shorter end of things. So I did not take growth hormones. I have heard some very, very awesome stories of women having amazing success with growth hormone treatments. Just a couple of things that I would think about when trying to decide if that's the right choice for you. The first one would be, what is your natural progression on your own? How slow are you growing? How short are they predicting you'd be? Would the benefits outweigh any potential cost? There is a lot of insurance dealings you would have to have. There would be an injection every single day, and you would very much want to watch how your body reacted to them. So there's some things to think about. How are you naturally progressing on your own? The second thing would be, is there any other potential risks with it for you? There's always going to be risks with any medication. That's just life. That's how medicine works. There's always going to be risks. It's whether the risks outweigh the benefits. That is where you make your choice. Is there any added risks for you with that medicine in how you might respond to them? So I know I have quite a few ladies that have talked about their story taking growth hormones. I would love to hear your personal story with whether you took growth hormones, whether you didn't, what your situation was with that, and if you're willing to share, how tall are you? I'm always interested to hear. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm 4'11 and a half. So that's me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it with everybody. If you have any other things to think about, any other stories with growth hormones you would like to share, please leave them in the comments below. And I would love to hear those as well. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!